Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about cholesteatoma. What to expect, what life changes to expect, and how to cope with it. So if you don't know, I have been fighting this disease, this tumor, for the past 6 years. When I was first diagnosed with it, I was 12 years old, and I was absolutely terrified. I was scared. Because at the time, the only concerns that I had were playing video games and hanging out with my friends. Maybe what projects I had to do at school. But that was about it. And when I was diagnosed, my world was kind of like flipped upside down. I was convinced that this was it, that I was doomed and that I was gonna die. But I didn't, and I'm currently getting ready for college for the fall semester right now. After the diagnosis and I was done crying, my parents sat me down, told me that we were going to go in for surgery, and we were going to remove it. How cholesteatoma surgery works is, well, I should probably first explain how cholesteatoma forms. So how it forms is when your ear tube, the stuff that drains your earwax, gets clogged, or it closes, is unable to drain in some way, and it builds up pressure in your ear canal. That tears a hole in your eardrum, which then skin cells flake off, or they get just sucked back there because of all the pressure. They get sucked into your middle ear, and they start to grow. And that's what cholesteatoma is it's a clump of cells, cancer-like, but it isn't a cancer because it can't spread to other parts of the body. It sticks to the ear. And what it does is it erodes bone. If it gets big enough, it starts eroding the bones in your middle ear that attach your eardrum to your inner ear, which is what processes, has all the little hairs in it. And that's how the sound gets to your brain, It goes from your eardrum. So it goes from, sound goes into your ear canal, to your eardrum, across those bones, that little bridge of bones, into your inner ear, and to your brain. And that's how you hear. When those bones are destroyed, you no longer have that bridge, and so sound is going to have a lot harder time getting to the inner ear. And on top of that, the cholesteatoma can wrap around your facial nerve. And when that happens, you can have all sorts of problems. Your face will go numb, you'll get droopy, like you're having a stroke, I've heard in some cases. Your tongue will go tingly, that's what's happened to me. A bunch of other problems, I think. And also, if left unchecked, it'll burrow through, erode your skull, get into your brain, and, well, kill you. Of course, it will cause a lot of problems before then, but it is fatal. Now, don't worry, this is over a very long period of time. 20, 30, 40 years, so you'll be probably 70. So my doctor told me, before you'll experience any signs. But before that, you will have a lot of signs that something is wrong in your head. Mainly bad ear infections. Very bad. Smelly pus will leak out of your ear. It will hurt really bad, worse than any ear infection you've ever had. Very big inflammation. You could see the pressure pockets when the ENT looks down there. I was going to say dentist, what the heck. When the ENT looks down there, they're going to see pressure pockets. And it's like a key tell of cholesteatomas. When you see those pressure pockets, that's when you know you have cholesteatoma. when you see the eardrum has been like dented, kind of like a dent in the eardrum, that's a pressure pocket, and that's when you should be worried. You should go in, get that checked out. For the most part, cholesteatoma is very slow growing. Not in my case. My case, it's been very fast and it's spread everywhere. But for the majority of cases, it is a very slow growing tumor. So you could probably put off having a surgery for a couple of months if there's something that you need to do. Swimming, I do not advise it. Water can get sucked in there and cause even more problems. So I wouldn't swim before you've had the surgery. During the surgery, first of all, they're going to put you under. You know, I've been gassed, I've had an IV. Doesn't matter. Either way, you'll go under. And your doctor will, if you get a good doctor, shout out to Dr. Page, they will describe everything they're about to do. Describe what the cholesteatoma is, what they're going to do to get rid of it, what you're going to expect in the future. And in order to do the procedure, there are two ways that they can do it. They can go under your eardrum, they can open your eardrum up and go under it and pull the cholesteatoma out if it's small. If they stick their cameras and microscopes under there, because remember they have to remove every single cell, otherwise it grows back. Because it's kind of like a cancer. And if they see that it's grown massive, that it has gotten everywhere, they'll cut open, they'll make a cut behind your ear, and they'll go in through there, and they'll give them more space to work with. Now, if it's gotten so bad that they see no other option, they're going to do what's called a canal wall down. And what they do is they basically take your middle ear and your canal wall, and the ear canal, and the wall separating those two, they're going to tear that down. Pretty much speaks for itself. And that creates a massive cavity. And the cholesteatoma will grow in that cavity and will no longer become a problem. Skin will grow over it. And after that, all you have to worry about is yearly cleanings, because at that point, the ear cannot drain itself, and you need someone to go in there and clean it for you. So what do you expect to happen with your life now that you've lost your hearing, and now that you have pretty much become a deaf person? Maybe in one ear. If you're lucky, it'll only be in one ear. If you're unlucky, it'll be in both, as is my case. I've had to fight it in both ears. 6 years now, like I said. 13 surgeries, going in for my 13th one in January. Any case, you're now going to be hard of hearing or deaf. You are going to have to make a bunch of social changes. You're going to have to tell your family, you're going to have to tell your friends, coworkers, hey, I'm hard of hearing. On the bright side, you get the benefit of pretty much saying, can you repeat that? Can you say that again? Or just, what, again and again and again, without people really getting annoyed. They'll probably give like an exasperated sigh, like, oh boy. But they aren't going to like flip out on you. At least in my experience. They've been very, I guess, lenient. They've been very, they put up with it. They make accommodations. And I thank my family and my friends so much for that. In fact, I have, whenever I'm in like a big group of friends, I always have one person I point to them like, you're going to be my, I'd say, translator, because, group gets loud. I'm going to need someone to kind of relay the important information to me, literally right into my ear. And if you're lucky, you only have the cholesteatoma in the one ear, and so you probably most likely only have hearing loss in that one ear. And so you'll just have that person or people relay the information to the good ear. Or when you're having a one-on-one conversation, you'll turn your head so the good ear is facing that person. Highly recommend learning sign language at this point, because it'll help you in more ways than you could even imagine. I myself haven't learned it, but I am going to college here, like I said. And so I'm learning ASL along with my master's. So I highly recommend that. Recovery is a pain, massive pain in the buttocks, man. That's all I'm saying, man. It's bad. Recovery hurts. It hurts a lot. So on top of the pain you're going to be feeling, you're also going to be, just your sense of balance is going to be way out of whack, because, they've been digging around in your ear, they've been messing things up. Recovery is going to take 2 weeks, mostly. Might take more, but your balance is going to be all out of whack, and it will continue to remain out of whack forever. You could repair it, I say repair, but in my case, my balance it's gotten better, but it wasn't like it used to be. You'll be very dizzy first couple of weeks. It'll hurt, man. It'll hurt very bad. Your inner ear, like your ear canal, and all that stuff, it's going to be inflamed. It's going to be sore. Touching your ear is going to hurt, which is going to be changing the gauze, because you have to change the gauze on the stitches. If they decide to cut your ear open, changing the gauze is going to be very painful. They will prescribe pain medications for it, so don't freak out too much. They will prescribe pain medications. And so there's that. And once you get through that recovery, it's pretty much just setting up an appointment with your audiologist and getting a hearing aid that'll actually work for you. I should also mention with the recovery that they do pack a lot of gauze and cotton balls and cartilage into the ear canal to kind of hold everything together, so your ear is going to feel like it's stuffed with cotton, because it most likely literally is. Do not remove it. Your doctor will tell you, surgeon will tell you, nurses will tell you, do not remove that stuff, because it will cause everything to just collapse. If you've had a canal wall down, or if the eardrum is healing and you mess with that stuff, it could potentially tear the eardrum back open, and then that would just be 10 times worse. It wouldn't be fun. I haven't been there. I don't plan on being there. Just don't do it. As itchy as it will be, as much as you just want to tear that stuff out, do not do it. Trust me on it. After recovery, like I said, you're going to want to set up an appointment with the audiologist. You're going to want to get a hearing aid that'll fit you. They'll most likely do a mold of your ear. If you have the bones in your middle ear removed, you're going to need a very high power hearing aid in order to blast that sound past that gap that those bones have now left. Because sound can still pass that gap. It still can't get through. It just has to be very, 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 very loud in order to get past that gap. Be careful though. The inner ear is still intact. It still has those hairs. Cholesteatoma can't touch that. So unless those hairs are been blown down due to loud sounds, or you've just been born with some sort of damage to that inner ear, then chances are you still have a good inner ear. And just do not damage that. I have been stupid, and I've been listening to very, very loud music as of late. Just do not do that, please. Do me the favor. Don't destroy what little hearing you have left. If your surgeon recommends it, then you might get a cochlear implant, which is where they slam basically a speaker inside of your head. They drill it into the bone, and it basically transmits the sound directly to the inner ear without having to interface with that eardrum and that gap. So it's basically just a direct route to the inner ear. No need for super powerful hearing aids. And there'll be a device that connects to it through the skin, through a magnet, and it transmits all the sound through a magnet. It'll be under the skin, under your bone, and not the microphone, but the speaker is going to be under your skin and bone, directly connecting to the inner ear. And so that might be the best option for you. I'm currently living with it. I have a cochlear on my left side. I'm probably most likely going to get it on my right side, and it's done wonders. It's been incredible. I love it. And I think that's about everything. I think that's that's what's to expect with cholesteatoma. when the diagnosis comes, you're going to want to get to surgery as fast as possible. You're going to remove that because it will grow and it will spread. Not to your body, to the rest of your body, but like it'll spread to like your facial nerve, and it might cover up your inner ear. Maybe, I don't know. Haven't heard of that happening, but who knows? Get that removed as fast as possible. You know, it's great to have it is almost imperative that you have a support group to get you through this, because it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. You're going to be in for a lot of pain. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to be blunt. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. But just have hope. It will get better. You will get through this, and it will get easier. Thank you.